Did you know it's possible to divide by 0? Did you know that 0 is also an even number? Hello, how are you? Today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Numbers Tag. Not to be confused with the Booktube Newbie Tag, I've already done that. This is the first time I've been tagged in a Booktube tag, so thank you to Jim's Books, Rating, and Stuff for creating the tag, and also a special thank you to Vada for summoning me from tagging me. Both of their channels are in the description. So yeah, let's do this. Question 1. What was your first Booktube video? My first Booktube video was my March TBR. It was also the first video I filmed and posted to a public platform with my face on it, and filming that felt like I was in the first circle of hell. It's gotten marginally better, but it's still kind of scary. Question number 2. How many books are you currently reading? I am reading a grand and marvelous total of 1 book. Question 3. What were the top 3 books you read last year? Despite the fact that I had an abysmal reading year last year, I was still able to pick out 3 books. Or rather, 2 novels and a manga. Potato, potato. In no particular order, first up is Into the Dying Light by Katie Rose Poole. This is the 3rd and final book in the Age of Darkness trilogy, the first 2 books being There Will Come a Darkness and As the Shadow Rises. This series is exquisite. There are things that have been done before, like prophecies and stuff, nothing wrong with that, but the characters are what really makes this series stand out, and it's probably my favorite YA fantasy series of all time. Then we have The Mask of Mirrors by Emme Carrick. This is the first book in the Rook and Rose trilogy, and the second book, The Liar's Knot, is already out. Basically, it's about a thief trying to con her way into a borderline broke noble household to try and get their money, but things go south real quick. Think nightmare magic and flesh-eating monsters. And last up is Volume 1 of Mars Red. You'd think that after me mentioning Volume 2 for so many times, you'd think I'd bring it up, didn't you? Surprise! But yeah, I have talked about this series quite a few times already, so if you want a feel of what Mars Red is about, I talk about it in my April TBR. Question 4. How many books did you read last year? I read 11 books last year. I know, blasphemous. I was in the middle of a 2.5-year-long reading slump, and I was just, not motivated to read anything after, a serial pattern of me just reading books that weren't it. I'm not gonna name which ones. That and I was just hyper-fixated on trying to beat my own personal record, and I just kept getting frustrated when I kept failing. I will probably talk about that more in a future episode, so stay tuned. Question 5. How many books have you rated as 5 stars this year? Of the 10 or so books I've read so far this year, I have 3 5 stars. Behold. Question 6. Do you have a reading target for this year, and are you on track? Honestly, as long as I'm just reading things, then I'm good. Question 7. How many pages long is the book you're reading now? I am currently reading Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan, which is a beefy 624 pages long. Question 8. How long are your videos? On average, my videos aren't really that long, except for my Priest of Bones review, which is just over 16 minutes long. Otherwise, my videos don't usually stretch more than 6 or 7 minutes. Question 9. Do you have a favorite number? I do, actually. Okay, there are other numbers, of course, like all the really fancy numbers. For example, this is Euler's number, a constant that serves as the base for natural logarithms. Then you have the mole, a scientific unit used to measure large quantities of small things like atoms and molecules. And then there's Google, which is 10 to the power of 100, or 10 followed by 100 zeros. Question 10. Do you have a book on your shelves with a number in the title or on the cover? I'm glad you asked. Between Two Thorns by Emma Newman. The Third of the Five Winds by S.C. Emmett. 4th of July by James Patterson and Maxime Pietro. The Thousand Names by Django Wexler. The Two of Swords Volume 1 by K.J. Parker. The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I really need to read this one. Blood of the Four by Christopher Golden and Tim Levin. 2000 Years by M. Dalto. 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. Seventh Decimate by Stephen R. Donaldson. Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. I also own a copy of Ninth House, but I can't really be bothered to get it because I don't know where it is. Number 9 Dream by David Mitchell. Favorite book of all time, by the way. Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. 12 Kings in Sharakai by Bradley P. W. Girl 11 by Amy Suter Clark. And 8 Will Fall by Sarah Harrion. And yeah, those are all the ones I know of, not including manga or graphic novels, because they usually have the numbers on their covers by default anyways. Also, while they're not in the title, there are numbers on the covers of The Sage, the Swordsman, and the Scholars by Pierre de Maculangan, as well as Blackwing by Ed McDonald, and Sendlin Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. So that was the Booktube Numbers Tag. I think I have to tag people now, so if you're watching this and you have a Booktube channel and you haven't done this yet, you've been tagged. I mean, if you want to, obviously. My next video will be my May TBR, so if you want to see that, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching! Then we have The Mask of Mirrors by Emme Carrick. This is the first book in the Rook and Rose trilogy, the second book... Why am I here?